Welcome back to part 6 of our culinary series, Ho'opai. Once again, my name is Chef Kevin Lee from PAI Honolulu, and this week we are celebrating our 3-year anniversary. On the menu this week, we have items inspired by my childhood, growing up in California and visiting my grandma in San Francisco, Chinatown. We always used to go shopping for ingredients pretty much every day, just trying to see what's freshest and available. So just wanted to bring those childhood memories back onto a plate and share it with you. This week on the menu, for your entree, you have a garlic and fermented black bean boneless pork sparerib with Strozzapreti pasta, little bean sprouts, toasted peanuts, and Szechuan peppercorn. You have a shredded cabbage salad with fresh cherry tomatoes, green onion, and a sesame dressing. And for dessert, a matcha and mango snowflake cake. So the items that you'll need to start your meal, you're going to need a large sauce or stock pot filled about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way full with hot water. A pasta basket. If you don't have a pasta basket, you can always use a colander at the very end. It's just a little bit easier this way. You also need a medium-sized fry pan or saute pan, and a small baking tray lined with parchment or aluminum foil. To start your meal, preheat an oven to 350 degrees. That'll be to warm up your milk buns. Also, fill a stock pot up 2/3 with water and bring to a boil. So to start cooking, you're actually going to need 2 burners this week. One for your ragu and another for your stock pot to keep a rolling boil. So while these are happening simultaneously, you're going to add your ragu to the saute pan. Once again, this is a fermented black bean and garlic boneless pork spare rib, nicely braised with garlic and ginger. And warm this up, take off the chill, and make a nice glaze. The cooking of the pasta will take about 2 to 3 minutes, but we'll take the pasta out a little bit early and add it to the ragu to finish cooking. Meanwhile, as your ragu is beginning to thicken, you're going to add this Strozzapreti pasta to the pasta basket. Strozzapreti pasta, it's a shape of semolina pasta dough that's basically rolled into a little tube. Of course, Housemade has a little bit of egg yolk and double O flour. When the pasta floats to the top of the water, it is close to being finished. This amount of water might seem a little excessive, but this is considered big pot blanching. We use this amount of water in order to help maintain the temperature. So when you add the fresh pasta, or if you were doing vegetables, it doesn't drop the temperature down and cool the water too much. So as the pasta begins to float, we're going to lift up the pasta basket and try a piece of pasta. Just make sure it's done. It should still be a little bit toothsome or al dente. It's also going to finish cooking when it's in the pan with the ragu. So at this point, we're going to transfer the pasta into the ragu saute pan. If you don't have a pasta basket, you can definitely use a colander and make sure to drain it over your sink, reserving a little bit of pasta water as well. You would use the reserved pasta water to adjust the consistency if you needed. As the sauce thickens and begins to glaze the pasta and the pork, we're going to add in the bean sprouts. Give it a nice little wilt. Bean sprouts also add a little bit of texture to the dish. Check seasoning for salt. Turn off the heat at this point. Add in toasted crushed peanuts, chopped herbs of flat leaf Italian parsley, garlic chives, and green onion, and pecorino romano cheese. As you can see, as we added the cheese, it tightened up the sauce a little bit, actually a little bit too much. So at this point, what we do is we take the pasta water that we reserved or from the pasta pot and drizzle it on top. Now we're ready to plate. So to plate your dish, mix the pasta to incorporate the ragu, meat, and pasta. And then just scoop and gently place in a bowl. Thanks again for joining us for our anniversary celebration. Make sure to join us next week for our Father's Day celebration, as you can enjoy a culinary kit at home, or you can come in next week, Thursday, June 18th, as we start our dine-in service. You can keep updated through our email list or through our social media feed, and we look forward to serving you soon.